With summer right around the corner, are you looking for some easy ways to lose weight? In today's episode, I'm going to teach you 7 easy and simple things that you can do to lose weight. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Matt Weik, Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's episode, I'm going to show you 7 easy ways to lose weight. Now, most people, they think, man, it is so difficult to lose weight. And to be honest, you don't need to starve yourself or spend hours on a treadmill every single day in order to lose weight. In fact, you only need to make some very minor adjustments to your diet and nutrition in order to see some really big results. So in this podcast, I'm going to show you some extremely easy ways to lose weight. I want to first thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode. Your support means the world to me. If you're listening on iTunes, thank you for subscribing. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. If you're on my website, I appreciate the support. Feel free to roam around the site. There's tons and tons of free content and free value right there on the website. And if you haven't visited our website yet, it's www.weikfitness.com. There's tons of free articles and blog posts and, interviews that we've done. Obviously, all of our podcasts also live on there as well. I'm trying to branch out and get the content out into as many hands as possible. So if you enjoy this podcast when you're done listening to it, please share it with your friends and your family so that they too can figure out some simple and easy ways to lose weight. So let's jump right into it. The first one that I want to talk about is stop drinking juice. You have to remember one thing, that the job of a marketing team is to make you want to purchase their product. The words that they use in their marketing can be tricky and deceptive. So you have to look at the labels before you purchase anything at the grocery store. So while the label might say fruit juice, it generally isn't 100% fruit juice like they want you to believe. Only a portion of it is real juice. Yet it's lacking some of the micronutrients that would come from the real source itself. So for instance, an apple will supply you with fiber. But if you get the juice version, it's going to yield you much less, if any, at all in terms of the fiber content. So in addition, you're going to have to take in around double the amount of sugars if you drink the juice than you would if you actually just ate the whole food source of an apple anyways. So definitely go for the whole food version versus going and drinking the juice. So whether it's grape juice, apple juice, even orange juice. So many people these days drink orange juice. I'm not a big fan. If you enjoy it, hey, more power to you. But if you stop drinking juices, you're going to lose weight. The second thing is spice things up in the kitchen. Now, before you get the wrong idea, we're talking about food here. What you do in your own time is your prerogative. But today, we're specifically talking about cayenne pepper. So get your mind out of the gutter, and by simply adding a little bit of cayenne pepper to your meals, you're going to get some metabolism boosting properties without even need to get into, the gym and break a sweat. So you'll be able to better manage your cravings as well as be able to burn more fat by simply sprinkling some cayenne pepper on your meals. Obviously, not every meal is a good choice to do this with, but when the opportunity arises, take full advantage of it and you get some powerful benefits by adding that cayenne pepper to your meals. The third thing that I want to cover is gum. Chomping on some gum. Now, don't chew like a cow. That's just nasty. So do yourself and everyone else a favor and just close your mouth when you chew your gum. So now that we have that out of the way, you can go ahead and grab a stick of gum in between your meals and obviously chew it discreetly. Not like a cow again. You're not grazing in a field, chomping down on some grass. You're chewing gum in public. Don't embarrass yourself. Close your mouth, chew discreetly. The best thing that you can find is a sugar-free gum that you enjoy the flavor of And you can actually take that pack of gum with you everywhere that you go. I mean, packs of gum these days are so small, so thin, so tiny that you can put them in a pocket, put them in a bag, put them in a purse, put them wherever. And then whenever you find that craving coming on, your stomach's growling, just toss a piece of gum in your mouth, and that'll help you get back on track and get focused. Now, unfortunately, the gum itself will not burn many calories, so, you're going to have to lose the weight, but it's a great way to help yourself, stop from binge eating or overeating throughout the day. So if you have that craving and you really want something sweet, rather than grabbing that chocolate bar or going to the vending machine, just grab that piece of gum, and I guarantee that it's going to help you stay on track with your weight loss goals. The fourth thing, and this is my personal favorite, I love it, add green tea to your daily beverages. Now, this is by no means a paid sponsor, but if they're listening, I will gladly take a sponsorship. But I personally love the Arizona Diet Green Tea. It comes in a gallon container from, grocery stores. I mean, you can even get it at like Walmart, Target, all the different mass chains that are out there, nationally recognized. So, I mean, it seems like they also go on sale, the gallon jugs. At least that's what I've been seeing each month, which allows me to stock up regularly. So I go back and forth between diet green tea and water pretty much all day long. It gives me a break from drinking, dare I say, boring, unflavored water. I used to be big on those little Mios, but I'm not really a big fan on the colors and the dyes, so I ended up getting away from them. If they ever come out with non-colored versions, I would probably go back to rocking that in my water, because a lot of those have like extra micronutrients, and the flavoring is obviously really good. But I mean, if you go the route of the green tea, you're going to be able to metabolize fat, and it's going to allow you the ability to drop some extra weight. I mean, it's not going to be a ton, but you will see a difference in weight, especially if you're going from something like soda and you're switching over to the diet green tea. You're going to notice a big difference in your weight. So, if you aren't going with the brand that I mentioned, just be sure to look at the nutrition panel and make sure it's not loaded with a whole bunch of calories and sugars and carbohydrates and all that junk. So even though it says diet, they do try to slip some stuff in. So, again, my personal favorite, if you want to give it a try, it's Arizona Diet Green Tea. I love it. I buy it by the gallon. There are days that I literally drink an entire gallon, but I try and stretch it out over, a couple days. But it's delicious. I love it. And the fifth thing is water wizardry. Now, I'm not going to be pulling a rabbit out of my hat or sawing somebody in half, but, what you can do is you can put yourself in a position to not want to overeat at meals. Now, all you need to do is just drink a glass of water before you sit down to eat each meal. That glass of water is going to help trick your stomach into feeling full, and it can help prevent you from going up for seconds or thirds or those desserts or whatever the case may be. It's also obviously a good idea to drink water throughout the meal as well, which will also help you feel satiated. Now, the sixth thing that I want to go over is you need to pay attention to liquid calories. You need to add all of your calories into your daily regimen. So if you're tracking your calories and you think you're just going to have, a chicken breast and salad and maybe a baked potato, whatever the case may be, don't forget about that soda that you put in there, or that beer that you had at night, or that glass of scotch that you enjoyed with your friends. Everything adds up. So, for instance, at breakfast, many people are going to have a glass of milk or orange juice. Maybe they're having a bowl of cereal with milk, and after they eat the cereal, they drink the milk from the bowl, which that's fine. But all of those calories, those liquid calories, are going to be added up extremely quickly. And unfortunately, those calories won't necessarily leave you feeling full. So when you drink a glass of orange juice, which is loaded with calories, for example, it seems refreshing and leaves you wanting more because it tastes good, it's delicious. So then you cave into the temptation. You're going to add hundreds of calories to your meals without truly realizing what you've just done. The same thing can be said about alcohol, which, I touched on that earlier with having a beer with the buddies or having a glass of scotch or bourbon or whatever the case may be. Going on a binge with your buddies during a hot summer day might seem refreshing. You're popping those Coronas, but those calories are going to add up. So keep your liquid calories to a minimum. And the last thing that I want to cover, number 7, is caffeine can be your friend. So if you are sensitive to stimulants, then you need to be careful with this one. But if you aren't, I guess welcome to the dark side. I'm just kidding. Actually, no, I'm not. Welcome. But, without going overboard, consuming a beverage that is containing caffeine, such as coffee or the green tea that, I mentioned in number 5, it's a great way to get a little pick-me-up throughout the day. It can even be used as a pre-workout to help you energize your workout. So without abusing the stimulant, you can start off on the low end, maybe just one small cup of coffee or tea to assess, your tolerance and how it affects you. And then you can make adjustments from there. So not only will the caffeine energize your body, but it's also going to help energize your mind and help you stay focused throughout the day. So use that to your advantage. So those are the 7 easy ways that I've come up with to help you lose weight. Just little things that you can implement and do and change in your day and lifestyle that will make a difference on your overall weight and your weight loss goals. So I hope this episode brought you guys tremendous value. I hope you guys use and implement some of the things that I talked about in this episode and see great results. And if you do, let me know. Let your friends know. Let your family know. Because you know what? Once you start losing weight, people are going to be like, hey, Timmy, hey, Sally, hey, Johnny, how are you losing weight? You look amazing. What are you doing differently? You can tell them that, it's not difficult to lose weight, that by just implementing a few strategies in your lifestyle and your nutrition can make a huge difference. So if you like this episode, please share it, whether it's on social media or if you copy and paste the URL and you send it to your buddies, your friends, your family, whatever the case may be. I think this can help a lot of people, and I think it can open up a lot of eyes when it comes to weight loss, because everyone thinks that it's so difficult, and it's honestly not. It's more, of what you should be looking for, things you should stay away from, and the consistency and the dedication to continue. That's the biggest thing. It's really not hard. It's the consistency part that throw a lot of people off, because then they end up abusing cheat meals. They turn it into cheat days, and then cheat days turn into a cheat week. And then, by that time, forget it. I don't need this diet anyways. I'd end up giving up, and then they completely fall off the wagon. So, please share this if you enjoy it. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Social media, it's Weik Fitness across the board. So whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, if you see us on YouTube, that's also Weik Fitness. Let us know. We love comments. We love feedback. We love hearing you guys. We're also posting content on Medium and Quora. So if you have questions or comments, you can also post them over there. I don't answer all of them, but if I have free time during the day, generally at night, I'll kind of thumb through, and if I see something that's not answered, I'll go ahead and answer it for that individual. But I hope you guys got value off of this episode, and if you're having a bad week, we need to turn it around. So start implementing these 7 steps, or at least bits and pieces of them, and once you start seeing that weight fall down, I guarantee it's going to change your week around. If you're already having a great week, continue to have a great week. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And until next week, stay healthy.